I cannot see out of this eye right here. I mean, high school dating isn't even dating. Nobody wanted to like play with me and my other visually impaired friend. I'm friendly and I will gladly make you my friend.
Hey, welcome to Cakes and Conversations. Today I get to introduce my good friend Riley. Riley, how you feeling about today?
I'm feeling very good.
We're going Star Wars today. Tell them what we're going to create.
We're going to create one blue lightsaber and one red lightsaber that are going to cross in the middle. My name is Riley Davis. I'm 15 and I live in Noonan.
Tell me 3 words that describe you.
Understanding, creative, and comical. I mean, I can tell you about a joke that I have about construction.
Go for it.
Well, I mean, I'm still working on it.
Got another joke up your sleeve?
Let me check. I don't think so.
Some might say Obi-Wan Kenobi is our only hope. But today, Riley is our only hope to making this Rice Krispie cake happen. Who's your favorite Star Wars character?
Probably Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, okay. Why is Obi-Wan your favorite?
I mean, he's just like cool, I guess, and he like knows what he's doing a lot of the time.
Yeah. If Yoda and Obi-Wan got in a fight with lightsabers, who's gonna win?
Yoda.
If Yoda and Baby Yoda got in a fight, who's gonna win?
Yoda.
If Luke and Princess Leia got in a fight, who's gonna win?
Luke.
Oh, okay. I put my money on Princess Leia. You don't want to make her angry.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah, that is true. What are you really good at?
Probably making people laugh.
And?
Certain sports, like track and field. I love baseball. I love American football. I do love soccer, but you know, it's not really that big on my list. And then there's also track and field. I love that because I do it.
Each of these lines right here is 1 tablespoon, and we're just gonna do 2 tablespoons today. So you wanna cut it right here where my finger is? You got it. And this, if I thought you're gonna cut my finger, I wouldn't have kept it there, but I'm not worried about this. Have you ever cut butter before?
No, sir.
Yeah, so here's a little trick. I'm gonna hold your hand while you do it, and we're gonna go here at an angle. There you go. And now push down. Oh yeah. The master of the kitchen. It's literally like you got the lightsaber and just there's some paper on there, and see if you can get that paper off for me. What we're gonna do is take this paper off, throw it inside the bowl and melt it down. What are some sports that are hard for you?
Hard? Define hard.
Are there any sports you just can't do?
Oh yeah, okay. That helps. Cross country, lacrosse and hockey, and football and baseball.
Why can't you do them?
Because I have a visual impairment, and if I was to take a big hit to my face and it was to cause me to like get knocked out, I could probably lose sight in my only remaining eye that I can see from.
All right, Riley, here we go. Let's put in the marshmallows. We're gonna throw in 8 ounces of marshmallows. So what you wanna do is pick up that bowl that's right in front of you. There you go. And if you'll pour all of those inside this bowl right here. Ooh. Oh yeah.
Just all of them?
Yeah, just pour it all in. So what I like to do, Riley, is I like to mix each one of these up with my hands. And I'm gonna show you and then I'm gonna have you do it. So I put my hands in here and get each one of them covered. You ready to get after it?
I think so.
I know so. Get in there, my man. Get in there and stir that thing up. Oh yeah, a little buttery marshmallowy feeling.
It actually smells good.
Yeah, it smells good. It's why you look, hey, if you ain't learned this on Krispy King yet, and we live by one rule and one rule only, appreciate the butter. Can you tell me about your visual impairment?
Yes, sir. Okay, so I cannot see out of this eye right here, like absolutely nothing. Not even shadows, not even darkness, it's just nothing. And then in my right eye, I have like 2100 vision, and I have like these floaters that are in there that like make everything a little harder to see, which is like these little dots that like kind of block certain parts of my vision. And then like I have like a lessened peripheral as well, and I can't really read small text. or pay attention to smaller details.
Do you prefer I say visually impaired or blind, or what words do you like to use?
I mean, visually impaired is usually what people say. I don't really mind either way.
So, but what words do you use?
I use visually impaired, and that's the only word that I use because, well, blind would only be partially true, but, you know, visually impaired is the main thing.
What do you want to tell about your YouTube channel?
I do lots of crazy challenges, and I play Minecraft with people. So if you feel like you want to play, you can put something down in my comments, and we can, play Minecraft together.
Yeah, also, what if they want to see you eat something crazy? Should they put that in the comments section?
Yeah, you could put that in the comments. I've actually done that before with drinks. It was pretty crazy and disgusting. The only comment I have to say about that video was I never drank Fanta Grape for like a month after that video.
Because what was in the Fanta Grape?
There was ranch in it. It was absolutely nauseating.
Yeah, no. I could have told you that before you did that. Here's what I want you to do right now. I want you to blow up the comment section below this video and let Riley know what kind of concoction, what makes you want a food that you want him to try on his YouTube channel. You know what? Here's what we're going to do right now. If you figure out how to get 100 likes on this video, we're going to take the most disgusting concoction that you put in the comment section. I'm going to show up at Ryle's house, we're going to get on his YouTube channel, and I'll eat it. Does that sound good?
Yeah, it sounds pretty good, but not for my taste buds, probably.
Yeah, because Ryle's going to eat it too.
I was born with congenital cataracts, which means like I had like cataracts in my lenses. And so I had to have them removed when I was like 8 weeks old. And then when they were removed through surgery, I got glaucoma and lost vision in my left eye. And then my vision was damaged in my right eye.
After the surgery?
Yes, sir.
How old were you?
I was probably around 1 or 2 when I lost vision in my left eye. But when I had that surgery, I was only like I want to say I was like 11 weeks old or 8.
A lot of reading in school, right?
Right.
How do you adapt to that?
Well, I have technology that can enhance the size. Like it would have like a camera on the top and a screen right here, and I can zoom in on the page after putting it under the camera, and it would be displayed on the screen in larger fonts.
Do you use any other accommodations that are helpful?
Sometimes I'll use a cane for practice and going into unfamiliar areas, but that's not the main thing that I use.
You said for practice. What do you mean for practice?
For like practice, because I can't see like small things that well. And like if there was a curb and I didn't notice it, I could probably trip over it. And if I don't know my surroundings, I probably would need a cane to let me know if there's like, something there. But a lot of times I can see the curbs, but as I get older, my vision will probably get a little worse, so I need to know how to use the cane.
Is that what you've been told, is that it will get worse?
Most likely. Unless there's technology in the future that finds a way to cure glaucoma.
All right, we've got our hot, melted down marshmallows. This is blue food coloring. Have you ever put food coloring in?
I think I actually have.
All right, so if you want to grab this from my hand, and you're going to turn it upside down and just gently squeeze, and we'll just figure out how many drops we want to put in to make it the perfect color. You can keep going. That's probably good right there. I bet that'll be our perfect blue right there. And then if you'll take this spatula and go ahead and stir this up until it's the blue color we're looking for. Word on the street is you're doing discus.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about that.
Well, I play for Noonan High School track team.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to do the discus event.
Okay.
And, well, I mean, I'm competing with 3 other people to get the spot.
Okay.
And they only can take 2 for varsity.
All right.
So, like, this is going to be difficult. But I think I've got it down because I can throw it 70 feet.
Ooh, that's awesome.
So when you hold it, you have to hold it like this and
okay.
like grip your fingers around the side. And then wind back and then spin around and fling it off.
How many times you spin?
Probably about once or twice.
Okay. You better decide before you throw. You don't want to be deciding while you're spinning once or twice.
Oh, I've done that before. It was not.
Did you throw it the wrong way?
Yes, sir. We were practicing. We were actually practicing out by the baseball fields once, and I was about to spin, and I lost control, and it went flying over to the fence and hit it.
Yeah.
And like dug a hole that was like this deep into the ground.
Awesome. You're a little proud though, weren't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's a guy thing. We like to do dumb things. You like to do dumb things sometime?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, listen, I'm gonna pour. Let me just see if it'll fall out like this first. Oh yeah.
That looks
Look
so
at that.
satisfying.
Satisfying. Yeah, we're basically the ASMR of Rice Krispies, and that's kind of weird. All right, my man, you gonna give it a shot? See how we did? Taste it. You gonna grab this spatula? End of that's the good stuff. Go ahead and put that in your mouth. Let us know how we did. Oh, okay, we got the
That was very good.
Okay, yes sir, yes sir. How would you rank that in Star Wars terms?
I would give it 4 out of 4 General Grievous arms.
Yes. How does it make you feel to use the cane?
It makes me feel a little bit different. I mean, it's good to get people to move out of my way. But like sometimes it just feels awkward because I'll see people like stopping and saying hey, and I'll see people saying hey, like that they know me to like other people, and then they'll just walk past me, and it kind of hurts. Makes me feel separated, but you know, it's just what it is.
So they won't stop and talk to you even if they know you?
No, sir. I'm not even like probably in their top 5 choices for people to have a conversation with just out of the blue.
Do you believe that's because when you use a cane or just every day?
I think a lot of times it's when I use the cane, but other times I want to talk to them and then they'll be like busy or something, and then they'll be talking to somebody else. It doesn't happen all that often, but like when I was younger and there used to be like, you know, the recess and playground and whatnot, nobody wanted to like play with me and my other visually impaired friend, so we were kind of just stuck there by ourselves. And I wonder if they were just like thinking if it was like because we were already friends and we didn't want anybody to join us, or if it was because they were too afraid to start a conversation with someone visually impaired. I don't really know how to explain it other than I think they just don't want to say anything offensive. But I'm not really that easy to offend, if I'm being honest.
I'm gonna have you put a little bit of butter on your hands, and I'm gonna put some on mine. You'll put your hand out and I'll put it there. Rub it into your hands like you would soap. And we're gonna get butter on our hands. Does the studio audience make you a little bit nervous?
Not at all.
Yeah, he's a veteran. He's a veteran. Does talking to girls make you nervous?
Absolutely.
Okay, you know. We want to welcome you to the King's Games, because right now at the King's Games, we're about to have a little lightsaber battle, and we're going to find out who the real Jedi Knight is. Don't try this at home.
Never underestimate the power of the dark side.
Here's your knife. We're gonna go with 2 tablespoons. Do you remember the? Yep, yeah. This ain't your first rodeo.
I think I messed up.
Oh man, you can't mess up with butter, because remember, appreciate the butter. If you ever mess up on butter, always mess up on the high end. That's what my mom did. And mashed potatoes on the high end of butter, delicious. Most things on the high end of butter, delicious. So yeah, you can't mess up. Toss that in there, and then let's make it happen. Hey man, whoa, 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 whoa! You getting really excited right now? Hang on. If you put those in there, what's gonna happen?
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah, what's next? What's next?
My bad. I gotta put it in the microwave.
Yeah, you do.
I forgot the process.
Okay, hey, got the process down. Only takes one time. Does it hurt to be visually impaired? Do your eyes hurt?
Sometimes, yes. When I have a headache, it causes a reaction that makes my eyes hurt very badly.
What's most frustrating for you?
Whenever I think most frustrating is whenever I kind of let someone down because I couldn't, entirely understand what they were saying, and then like they got impatient and a little upset.
How do you think your life is different than any other 15-year-old boy?
I have to work harder than everybody else in order to keep up, because everybody else can see exactly what's going on, when it's going on, and they know how to socialize. Well, there's also the introverts, but I guess I fall into that category. But I feel like it's difficult to be me around people. Like they probably feel it's difficult to be themselves around me. I feel the same way around being around people.
In 10 years, what do you want to be doing?
Dating a girlfriend, having my own house, and being a high school football coach. We're putting in the red food dye to make the, dark side lightsaber.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna mix it up so then it won't just be one little spot on the... I think I'm doing this right.
What's your favorite part about your YouTube channel? What do you like about it?
Probably seeing my fans' responses and, hanging out with them in videos.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't get a lot of people to do my collabs.
That's quite good. To do what?
To get my collabs. Like, I've made videos with people before, and it's been maybe one person.
Yeah.
But I'd like to have 3 or 4 at least.
Yeah, some different collaborations between different channels.
Yes,
things like that. Hey, if you're watching this and you want to collab right here with my man Riles Games, check this guy out. Again, you just go leave a comment over on his channel, or else you can leave a comment below and we'll make sure he gets that. You want to mix this up?
Yes, sir. People like me and stuff tend to usually lose a lot of their sight, maybe even all of it, when they get into their mid-60s or something like that. Possibly 70s if they're lucky. And then maybe they can make it all the way through their life with at least some vision. I hope to at least have maybe blurred vision, if that the worst.
If there's someone who's watching this and they have a friend who's visually impaired, or maybe someone they go to school with or that they work with who's visually impaired, what are some things that they should know that would be helpful?
Well, you gotta have a lot of patience in order to be with a visually impaired person, because we can't see things all that great, and when that happens, it takes us a minute to process what we're trying to do. Like when I was working with the Crispy King and making the Rice Krispie treats, I had to make sure that I was doing the right thing and get a little closer. And I'm very thankful for his patience with me. The Crispy King is a good example of how you should be around people who are visually impaired.
Do you set goals for yourself? Is that something you like to do?
Yes, sir.
How do you do it? Tell me a little bit about when you're setting goals, whether it be with your YouTube channel or school or track or life. What are some life goals maybe that you've set for yourself?
Well, having 40 subscribers at least by the end of this year for my YouTube channel.
Yeah,
I'm currently at 33.
Okay, you're gonna hit 40 by the end of this episode, but go ahead. You're gonna need to aim a little bit higher.
Other than YouTube channel goals, I hope to be able to throw the Discus and, well, not double it, but at least add 15 more feet onto that 70 feet, making it 85.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I have a goal to be able to get the Hope Scholarship, so I can go to college and my parents won't have to pay for it.
Yeah. Any ideas where you want to go?
Probably the University of Georgia, or if I can go out of state, which the Hope Scholarship wouldn't provide for, so I'd have to get like a track scholarship. I'd probably go to like Florida or NC State.
Okay. What about Fortnite goals? How many kills? How many kills you had so far?
I think the most kills I've ever gotten in a game was like 7.
Okay. How many wins you had? Any yet?
0.
Okay.
I've come very
so maybe
close.
that's a goal this year. Gonna get a win this year.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Goals with the ladies? Like any dates coming up or anything?
Maybe.
Okay, well, there's no better time than now to talk about it.
Okay.
I don't know what the maybe means.
I wish.
No one's gonna hear about it. It's just between you and me.
Right.
Yeah.
I wish to do it by the time I'm at least 24.
Okay. Go on a date?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Start dating someone.
So you'll start dating by 24. That's 9 years from now.
I'll be ready by then. I'm not that very social of a person, so.
Okay. What's it take to be ready to ask a girl out on a date? What's that mean?
You have to be ready in order for them, if they want to say no to you.
Yeah. Kind of prepared if they do say no.
Yeah, so you don't get like heartbroken.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be shy, because then that's another reason for them to not want to like you or anything. Unless it's like one of those people who like shy people in the movies, which like that's a fat chance of you getting someone to have you like them if you're like shy. And then you got to be entertaining and whatnot.
Yeah. So you have to be ready to be told no, to be rejected.
Yes, sir.
You have to not be as shy, because you think shy might not be what they're looking for.
Right.
And you have to be entertaining.
Yes.
Okay, so, and you think that's going to take you 9 years to figure out?
Probably not. Probably more like 3, but.
Yeah. I think we're getting a little bit closer to more realistic goals for you right there. And I'm just curious, who told you that girls don't like shy guys?
I kind of just saw it, and like some of my friends said that they quote dated a girl, which I don't think that like high school dating is a thing. But I mean, high school dating isn't even dating.
Oh yeah, what is it?
It's fraud.
It's fraud! Man, I love this guy.
It's all fraud, and they don't even go out anywhere. They just text over the phone. That's all I've heard people talk about.
My man Riley right here is a little afraid to get rejected. Very normal. I mean, listen, we all feel that way.
Right.
We want to be accepted and loved and to belong. And so to feel like somebody might reject us, it is hard. And so you putting yourself out there is a little bit scary. Yeah. You know, because we start believing, well, why don't they like me? And what is it about me? Or maybe I was too shy. Here's the reality. It's okay. You're going to get rejected in life. Failing is a good thing, because it means you had the courage to try. And you know what quality I think a girl will be attracted to is someone who's brave, who shows courage. And it takes great courage to ask somebody out, to try things that are hard, to risk maybe failing. If there's a kid in elementary school right now who's going to recess, who is by themselves because people aren't playing with them, what would you say to that kid?
I would say, try and find someone who's like you. And if you can't do that, I mean, don't be afraid to ask if you can join people. I mean, that's what I did when I was without my friend. I mean, sometimes I got invited and sometimes they just kind of said yeah and then just kind of lost me. Like, I think intentionally. But you never know until you try, so.
If you were to use 3 words to describe yourself, what words would you use?
Creative.
Yeah.
Understanding, and I would say comical.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, I don't know if you've seen any rom-coms. Those are romantic comedies my wife makes me watch. But they're always looking for the creative guy who's comical. And what was the other one? Because it was real good.
Understanding.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And understanding. Listen, that's like top 3 in every rom-com.
I regret saying that about how high school dating was a fraud, but it is semi-true.
I'd say we'd edit that out. But
Thank you.
But we ain't gonna.
No. Be welcoming. Don't just don't exclude someone because they're different. I mean, everybody has their own strengths and weaknesses, and we all know that some people try to hide theirs and make themselves look tough, but everybody has a problem, and so we need to stop worrying about ourselves and try and make people feel better. If you ditch somebody, how do you think that's gonna make them feel? Treat me like a person that, like a friend, I guess, because I'm friendly, and I will gladly make you my friend. You don't have to worry about what you're gonna say, of course, unless it's like you're stupid or something like that. But then, like, I'm fine with you being you. Just let me be me and you be you.
If you're liking Riles right now, I want you to hit that like button and blow it up. We'd love for you to subscribe if you would like to see more shows of Cakes and Conversations, things that are happening in the kitchen. We'd love it if you'd hit the subscribe button, follow what we're doing, and also if you'd share Riley's video and other videos with other people so that they can experience all that, and go check out Riles Games, subscribe to his channel. Let's help him reach some goals. Now that it's like a lightsaber with a tail. All right, Riley, tell them what we did.
We did 2 lightsabers from Star Wars. This is a red one and this is the blue one. They're kind of like fighting in a way.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of doing this?
Probably going and eating while I was working too.
Yeah, that's good. And what are some things maybe you learned today in the kitchen?
For one, I learned how to make Rice Krispie lightsabers, and 2, I learned that that it's not that hard to make conversation with people you don't know that much.
Yeah. Yeah. Were you a little nervous coming into this? Just because we had, one of the things you may not know is Riley and I met today, right before we started creating. So how did you feel when you showed up to the house?
I was very nervous and I was freaking out.
Yeah. But I guarantee you didn't see that at home. Yeah. And how do you feel now? You feel nervous now?
No, sir.
No. This guy's a champ. And I would say that for so many of my friends like Riley, the first impression, let's be honest, may not be the best one. And though we know that you don't get a second chance to make a first impression, would you begin to live life giving friends like Riley, give all of us a second chance to do that? Because he may be trying to overcome some challenges. Maybe making assumptions of what you're thinking about him. Maybe he's having to accommodate to a certain room or to friends or to people like me who might be a little bit loud, or some of the challenges visually. But whatever that is, would you show grace and make space for friends like Riley to work through maybe that uncomfortable part, that scared to death, kind of like you're gonna throw up a little bit? Yeah? You been there? Don't throw up right now, please.
No, I won't.
Okay, but feeling like that and making a way for them to thrive, because he thrived today in the kitchen, not just creating this, but really showing who you are and what your gifts are and your abilities are, and your joy. And we do believe that every creation is beautiful, and everyone deserves to be treated like royalty. So let's start treating. We'll see you in the kitchen.
In the instance that you come across someone like me, make sure that you're like nice, and don't be like pitiful nice, like where it's like you kind of just feel bad and it's like, oh hey, how are you doing? Have like an actual conversation. Don't just do it just to make us feel good. Actually mean something behind it.
Today on Cakes and Conversations, I had the opportunity to interview Riley in the kitchen. He did an amazing job. But one thing I'm excited about is we had the opportunity to interview his parents. They shared about their journey raising a son who's visually impaired, and you don't want to miss it. That video is coming out soon, so be on the lookout. We'll see you in the kitchen.
They're a person just as much as anybody else's person. And they have feelings. And if you can do one or two things. You can crush them, or you can lift them up.